We are live. This is the Reseller Wake Up, episode 118. It's Wednesday, ladies and gentlemen. What's going on, everybody? How was the week so far? How's sales been going? Anything cool and exciting happening? What's up with you, Ronnie? How you doing, man?
I'm doing good. I mean, just building up Amazon slowly, brick by brick, I guess. But it's working. Every month I keep doubling or tripling what I did the last month. So eBay's been a little slower than normal, but I mean, I'm still over $4,000 for the month.
Have you kept up your eBay volume? I know a big struggle with a lot of people between eBay and Amazon is that they can't do both equally.
Yeah, I still get the same amount of
listings,
So, I mean, eBay is still doing good. It just seems like it's slowed down a little bit. Well, last year May was one of our slowest months, so I'm not really worried about it.
But you're still putting in the same effort. Like, you wouldn't say that your effort's gone down on eBay.
Yeah, I mean, Amazon's a different thing. I mean, Amazon's easier. It's just the sourcing part is probably the hardest thing for me, anyway.
I know when I try to do both, I can't. Like, one of them, I'm either doing a lot on one and barely anything on the other, or vice versa.
Yeah, I mean, it does require time and everything. Both.
Yeah.
I think it's just cutting up your time sourcing for everything. You're trying to get from one business to another business, and you're constantly going back and forth.
Yeah.
If you're disciplined, I think I mean, I don't know. It just depends on how much time you got, I guess. Everybody has different needs and different restrictions on their time, so.
Right. I got 24 hours in my day. What do you got?
I got about 8 hours a day, 5 or 6 days a week, and then I'll source when I'm at home online. Just sitting back, relaxing.
Yeah. When I really started hitting eBay hard, Amazon hard, like my eBay sales suffered a lot just because I wasn't listing anywhere near as much. I mean, I had the same number of listings up all the time, but it seems like, the quality of my listings were going up because I was just getting better at doing listings. But especially once you get on Amazon, you start seeing how they do listings. It kind of changes the way you think a little bit about eBay and makes your eBay listings a little better, I think. But yeah, I mean, you're not doing as many listings because you're too busy sourcing for Amazon or putting together FBA shipments, those 2 or 3 days a week or whatever that you're committed to that, then it takes away from your eBay, even if you have the same number. I mean, when you're doing 20, 30, 40 items a day, new listings on eBay, you're going to see it in sales for sure. But you just don't have time for that if you're doing Amazon too. But.
Yep.
So about you, Deb, how was your week so far?
Good. Sales are good. I've been listing. I did 17 listings yesterday. Like, what? Yep. Nice. I had 16 done by noon, and then I had to go do other stuff, and then I did one more last night. But yeah.
Yeah, I did.
Solid. Yeah, and sales are back. Obviously, if you list, your sales will come back.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Is that how that works?
Yeah, it's a funny thing. It's a funny thing.
I'm doing it wrong.
Yeah,
you're off writing a book.
I think a lot of people are. I think a lot of people are doing it really wrong. I do it wrong sometimes.
Jake's off writing a book.
Not anymore. I took the day off yesterday, and it was amazing.
Not totally off.
Well, not totally off. I don't think anybody can ever take a day totally off, but as close to off as I can get.
Yeah.
I started a listing challenge in my in the $1,500 room yesterday because basically I have a really bad habit because I got all this crap in here, right? And I have a really bad habit of like getting something and then I get to messing around with it and I'm like, man, I don't want to screw with this today, and then I just pack it up and I put it back up on the shelf, and I'll do that 3 or 4 times. So I decided, I was like, whatever I take down, I need to take pictures of it and list it, or I need to get rid of it. Like, that's just it. So, you can feel like there's a hole right there. There's a hole in my shelf where I listed stuff.
Yep. Well, it's funny. Frank just mentioned something in the chat. Frank Torres. He said that he felt like Amazon was going to end up taking up all his time. You know what? I feel like I have so much more time now that I'm not doing eBay. But of course, my Amazon isn't doing well enough to cover my eBay. So I've been listing on eBay as well again, and I'm starting to get back into it. And I think I got my process figured out where I can start working out of my storage unit instead of relying on this guy to let me or finish moving into my shop. I'm actually probably gonna not even go with that place now because he's just being a pain in my ass and taking way too long to finish stuff. If he hasn't done any work today, then I'm gonna have a little conversation with him. But I haven't been too concerned just because I do still have Amazon going, and Amazon has been doing a lot better now for me that I'm more focused on it. But yeah, it's like once I get my shipment out, then it's out. And now I got to start going and sourcing to buy more stuff, which is the fun part. And that could be 2 or 3 days where I'm not even looking at Amazon except just to see what my sales are like. Meanwhile, with eBay, you've got to do those 10 listings a day if you really want to keep the momentum up, I feel like. Unless you're John. When you're doing 4,000 listings at a time, a couple times a month, I guess that breaks the rules, but...
Free plans, dude. Chris Green brought that up Monday night. If you listen close around 49 minutes into that show, and the only reason I know is I went back and I listened to it about 5 times. The question was, what is a scalable, what are you going to do if there's to make your business scalable? Is it the OA, RA, wholesale, sourcing, thrift store? What is it? And Caesar jumped in and said, it's all of that. And Chris said, no, you're wrong. And he basically said that what I do, the wholesale part, is what's scalable. And I found that, on eBay, you don't need to list every day. What it is you need to have listings ending and starting every day. So if you built your business out 30 days on a good to cancel, they're flipping up over and over. Now, you guys do a lot of one-offs, so I don't know on that. But with my stuff, as long as my listings are ending and starting every day, I see my traffic stays pretty steady.
Yeah. Well, plus the kind of stuff that you're selling is a little different, too. There aren't a whole lot of sources. You kind of got that market cornered, which, if you can if you can corner a market on something, then you're golden. Like my market is pretty tough. People buy a lot of video games, but getting to the point where you are the man to go to for a video game is impossible.
Yeah,
there's so many sources, but that's where you have to. When there's 3,000 listings of a certain item, and you only account for like 2 or 3 of them, then the only way that you can keep at the top of search is just to keep banging out listings and making sure that Cassini knows that you're staying active. But then with clothing, it's kind of the same way, that's how you get on that front page, I find myself doing this more and more. Like when I go to eBay, before I start looking at, or before I click on my eBay, I'll just go to ebay.com now. I used to go straight to my account. Now I'll just go to eBay and look at the front page and start scrolling down and looking at all the active listings and seeing what's on the front page. And like what the listings look like and stuff, because you know how they just have like an endless, you just keep scrolling down, and as you scroll down, then you see like there's just a ton of listings, and it's a little bit of everything, just the kind of stuff you're interested in.
Oh yeah, that's based on your searches, just so you know.
Oh, I know, it is, but that makes it more likely for me to find something that I'm willing to buy too. And it's the same thing, like if you were looking at your front page, it would be completely different. But if you're searching on eBay, then you're going to see all the stuff that you're interested in that you might want to buy, so you're more likely to buy something that's on that front page,
Yeah,
And
because mine says all gold bullion.
Yeah, exactly what I'm talking about right there. How many gold bullion sellers are there out there, and
John's
how
just
much
got private jets and private islands.
Yep.
My front page is all silver. I'm
Yeah.
a firm believer in buying up commodities like that.
Yeah, I used to be big into silver. I bought a lot of it, and I sold most of it when it was at about $35 to $40, and then it just took a dump, and I was really glad. I kept some of it, just enough where, I felt kind of comfortable, but I mean, it was
Just enough in case you had to throw it at a zombie's head.
exactly. Zombie apocalypse. I'll have some silver to buy nothing because people
Just
don't
make
need
bullets
silver.
and kill all the wolves.
The werewolves, yeah.
Well, the other thing I buy, and everybody thinks I'm a little nuts, is I buy copper.
You are nuts.
We don't think you're nuts.
Nobody thinks it. We know.
Oh, okay.
It's not because of the copper, John. Trust me.
Thanks, Mike. I need to go in and adjust my prices for Mike for tomorrow.
Yeah. So how do you buy copper? Do you actually buy the bars? Because I was thinking about that, but I never got around to going that deep. I used to do coin collecting, and
Now you're gonna think I'm really nuts.
yeah. I'd go to the bank and buy a box, like whatever, $100 worth of pennies or whatever the box is.
25.
Is it $25? Okay, so I'd buy like a box of those, and I'd just go through them all, pull out anything like a key date or anything that looks cool, and then anything that was 1982 or older, I would separate from all the new stuff. And
Actually, I don't take all the 82s.
No, you have to flip them, and the ones that you can tell the difference. I mean, when you get good at doing that, you can look at a copper 1982 coin and a fake one, and you don't even have to like really. You just know which one's which.
Yep.
Just by looking. I mean, it's the same as when you get good at gold.
Amazon and eBay take up way too much time.
This was before Amazon and eBay that I was doing all that stuff.
Hey, look, I'm the fat guy in the red BMW. Leave me alone.
Yeah.
I love Tim Ferriss. I'm rereading that book again.
Yeah, I need to check
We don't
that
know
one
what book that is. I'm not that smart.
The 4-hour work. The 4-hour work.
I started reading that, and then no.
Yeah.
Okay, then don't read it. Go to YouTube and
I
click on the
tried
link.
that, but the guy that's reading it is like, oh my goodness, you need to stop talking.
Well,
like,
look at there's two of them. The second guy's better.
Is he? Okay, I need to find the better guy. Because the one I tried to listen to, I was like,
Deb.
Deb, and if you follow what he says, all of a sudden you got all this free time. And you better have something to fill the vacuum with, because all you're going to do is be like me.
What did I do? What did I do, Paul?
You didn't do nothing.
Huh? Oh, you're just being Debbie Downer over there, always looking for reasons why not to do something that we tell you to do.
You're not my dad! No, you're not my real dad!
You know what would really help? Oh, no, that's way too hard.
Road
No,
trip.
that's so annoying. Or, no, I can't. I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to bother with that. No way. Okay.
Road trip.
Yeah, I need to get another motorcycle. Yeah, so my goal for December is 20K. If I hit it, I'm buying a motorcycle.
Cool. That's a good goal.
What kind of bike do you want?
In your numbers.
What's that?
How close are you? Like
right now?
Yeah.
Well, with my inventory where it's at, I feel like a lot of the stuff that I've got in there is going to be, I'm kind of like just stockpiling it and getting ready for fourth quarter, because I'm just pricing stuff up, and a lot of the stuff that sold really well last year, I've got 10 times what I had in there in December this year already.
What was your numbers last year?
I think I did like $3,000 in December, and then they started dropping off and went down to.
So you're gonna have like triple the value in there?
Oh, I should have more than that.
Cool.
I was only doing like 60 to 80 items a month I did 2 really big shipments right away to get up to like 200, and then I was shipping in about 60 to 80 items a month, and by the time December was over, I think I had about 300 items active, and right now I'm up to like 700, and I mean my sales aren't. amazing, but everything that I'm sending in, I know it's going to sell in Q4, and I'm going to be able to press it all up. So I don't know. We'll see. It'll be find out. But I'm also getting way better at retail arbitrage. I've been forcing myself to do it just because I don't really have the space to do eBay the way I want to right now. Like all I can do is a bunch of the little smalls, and relist stuff that I already had listed as I find it in my unit. I mean, I've got everything labeled, and I'll find a box of listed shirts or listed jeans or listed shoes, and then I'll just open the box and relist everything that's in the box. So that's how I've been doing that. But I mean, as far as like all the clothing and stuff that I don't have listed yet, I mean, I've got to get my lighting set up and get my photo booth ready, and homeboy needs to get my shop done so that I can do that.
That's what happens when you're not like paying somebody cash money. They have no sense of urgency.
Yeah, I know.
You're on their time, and that sucks.
Yeah, I mean he does kind of have that mentality, like, well, I'm basically letting you have all this stuff, and you're going to be able to sell it, and yeah, he's going to end up with all the money for it because I'm paying.
You're going to be able to sell it. Yeah, fantastic. Thank you for that treasure.
Yeah, exactly. I'm basically selling it for him, but I'm getting free rent as long as the stuff is still there to sell. Yeah,
I mean, if you get in.
Yeah, if I get in, and I'm just starting to think maybe it's not worth it, but.
Go get a storage unit.
Yeah, well, I've already got the storage unit. I just have to. I don't have enough space. No, it's too full. I gotta.
Rent a 5x10 and work out of it.
There you go.
Yeah. Seriously, just rent a 5x10 and go in, set up a table, and work.
I might do that because I mean, the way that my units are set up. I mean, it's just this typical storage unit. It's like one line of. I've got a 10 by 15, or no, 10 by 20, I think, or whatever the second biggest one is. But it's actually more space than the biggest one, and it costs less because it goes higher. It's taller, and then right across the way they've got, I think they're 10 by 15s or something. So I was thinking about just renting one on the other side of the little road, or the whatever you call it. That's all rows, and then just walking stuff across, do all my picturing over on that side, get everything set up. Like I could do it on my phone, and it wouldn't be that hard. It would just take more time than I'm used to.
Yeah, but you're getting somewhere.
Exactly. Well, I'm getting somewhere now. I mean,
you know what I mean.
Yeah, I'd be getting somewhere on eBay at least. But the question is it worth all the hassle and everything? I would have to go there to do all my shipping, and I don't know.
I would have no interest in having to go do all my shipping from someplace. I'd end up having like a 4-day handling time.
No, I love it. I got that.
On 10-day.
I think it's 15 by 30 or something. And I'm slowly getting everything out of my house, and I don't have a lot for my business. 8 years, I have a lot of paper, is what I have. I have a ton of paper, a ton of tax papers and receipts and all that crap. All that's getting out, and now that I'm getting heavy into this Amazon FBA, actually FBA and stuff, instead of having shipments come here at 2,000 items, I send them there. And I like it because I go over there, I turn the computer off, and I just do my work.
Yep. Now, how do you do your workflow?
Sent to the you have your stuff sent to a warehouse? I mean, to a
storage unit. Yes.
Storage unit.
Yeah.
Do they do that? They take your shipments for you?
Yeah, they'll take it right there at the front door.
Yeah, they've got a lot of storage units are FedEx and UPS drop-offs. Because I mean they're getting shipments every day too, and I mean if you get in, like if you just tell them, hey, UPS, then they'll just make the call for the pickup themselves, and then they take care of the pickup.
And well, I have a college kid, a friend of mine's college kid needs gas money, so I gave him a key to the storage unit. He's a good kid. He has a key and a code to the storage unit, and on Friday he picks up all my Amazon stuff, which is done for him Thursday night. He picks it up Friday and drops it off for me at the UPS store, so I don't even worry about that.
Nice.
I do it to help the kid out. There's
Yeah.
$20. It takes him 15 minutes.
Yep. Now, do you do anything on the internet while you're out there, or how do you manage your workflow without what do you do while you're out there? What kind of things are you working on while you're at your storage unit?
Yours is all my stuff is replens.
Mm-hmm.
I sell nothing that's one of a kind. I don't have one item up that's one of a. Oh yeah, well I got a couple things I bought in Ohio, but the replens I go out and for example a 3x5 nylon American flag. I ordered in 1,000 of them. I'll package them for Amazon because they got to be put into a poly bag because I only get the flag. They're not retail ready. I put them in poly bags, and then the labels that I can put on them already, I put on there. Now, for that particular item, I ran the Dymo one night sitting here watching TV. I just kept hitting list something, some website, list label print or something. And I just sit there and I kept hitting them out. My the FKS, whatever it is, from Amazon, the barcode that you need on there. I have 1,000 on a roll. So I just label them all. I mean, everything is done. And then when I come home, I print out my shipping. Tomorrow, I'll print out my shipping thing on Amazon. The shipping schedule, it tells you which box to put it in. I print that out. I go out there. My scales are out there. I package, I box the stuff up and I weigh it, and then I put it right on the shipping schedule. Box 1 is 18 by 18 by 24, which is the large Home Depot box, 48 pounds. I come home, I print the labels out, and my place is 5 minutes from here.
Yeah.
So I go back and forth. But it's like anything, and I'm learning this. You have to make a process.
Yep. Well, that's what always struck me is how organized you are when you get into stuff. I mean, that's how you manage to sell your businesses off when you build them up, right?
You have to because I need to be able to bring you over here and say, okay, you want to buy my business? Watch. This is step A. This is step B. This is step C. This is step D. This is step B. I have them written out. If I die tomorrow, my wife can go, okay, I don't know what I'm doing, but he said step A is this. Click. Step B is this. Click. And she'll still be able to get access to the money that's coming in.
Right, and that's all SOPs and stuff, right?
Yep.
Yeah. Wow, so you actually run your business like a business.
What?
What is wrong? Man, that's amazing. I can't believe that's like the most insane thing I've ever heard.
and then my biggest problem is, we all have a goal, and I wanted to bring this up. We all have this goal of what we want to do with this business that we built, and we all have different goals. My goal is much different than Deb's. And
yeah, because you already met my goal.
Goal. Look, I don't have that much in sales.
You already met my goal, so we're good. I'm done, right? No? You're not handing me checks? Dang it.
I'm at 15 for the month.
Yeah, if I was doing 15 a month and I could work for 10 hours a week to do that, I'd be done. My goal is met. I don't have to do anything else. Now I can go and train jiu-jitsu all day.
My goal was to get to, my first goal when I started was 10K a month. I don't know how many people were in the 1,500 room. Now it's 45,000 a month. It's because when I reach that goal, I have nothing to do. So I turn around and go back and try and do more because I don't know what to do with myself. So I'm reading the 4-hour work week again because that's what I wanted, and I have it. and I have the freedom of time, and now what do I do with it?
Right.
So Saturday is road trip for a new RV. Yes, watch out. My new show's coming out. Where in the world is John?
Oh, that'd be such an awesome YouTube channel.
That's what I don't know what the name of it's going to be, but that's what it's going to be. Is where in the world is John? My wife and I are going to leave on Friday, and when we come back, and I'm going to tell you where I'm at, and if you're around, we'll hang out. You know, have a couple drinks or whatever.
I've been trying to get John to come to Austin for the Republic of Texas bike rally for, what, 3 years, John, I've known you?
Yeah.
3 years?
Yeah. Last year, well, I started
last year
this
your wife was hurt, right?
Yeah. What? I think last year we were gone 41 days. My wife and I. That was our test. We left New Jersey. We went to Ohio. We went to North Carolina, Georgia, and then we were in Florida. We went on a 10-day cruise. Then we went back to Florida. We stopped in Virginia on the way home. We didn't have any plans. We just left and went. And I was like, okay, can the business sustain itself while I'm gone? And that was right after I read Tim Ferriss's book, The 4-Hour Work Week, and it was like, okay, here we go. We're on the road.
Yeah, if people don't know, the ROT Rally, the Republic of Texas motorcycle rally, is every year in Austin. And it's like, what? It's like 100,000 or 200,000 bikers all hit the city for a week.
Yeah.
Craziness. Bikes everywhere.
What's up, Dave? How's it going, man?
What's up?
Sarah's there too.
That's there too.
Up in the morning. That's a freaking. It must be a red moon outside.
I know, right?
Oh my gosh, Sharon's awake?
You got
Are
the
you guys still up?
It's a late
Are
night.
we still up? No, I've actually showered, got ready today.
Motivated this morning. So what do you guys have planned? What's the special occasion?
Nothing. I just didn't go back to bed.
Road trip.
See, there you go, John. You can go up to Utah, swing down to Colorado, through to Texas, and then rent a bike for that rally. Yeah, or Idaho. Yeah, did I say Utah? Duh.
Yeah.
You could do
I
the
know.
across the country.
Well, what I liked was Sarah's schedule on their yard sale video. Was, oh yeah, now 4 days later we're going to Las Vegas, and we're going to be there until we come home.
We haven't decided how long we're staying yet.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nice thing about FBA, you can just get ready for a trip by packing it as full as you can before you leave, and doing twice as much of the stuff you got to get done.
Yeah.
So, how have the new product launches been going for you guys?
Pretty good. I mean, I launched two ASINs right now, and it's been about a week since they've been live, and I'm on page 2 for my main keywords now, which what I was shooting for. I mean, I'm shooting for page 1, of course, but it's climbing. So I'm running another promotion. I'm going to get it to page 1 here probably in the next week or two.
Do you do giveaways and all that?
Yeah, I give some away. I mean, that's part of it. I get some people's unbiased reviews kind of thing.
We usually give away anywhere from 10 to 20.
Yeah, depending on the product, 10 to 20.
So, yeah, I mean, you hear all kinds of different numbers, 10, 20, 50, 100. I mean, does it just depend on how popular or like how much competition you have in the item or the category? Okay. So you're still sticking with the like kind of niche stuff that the people that just not a lot of competition.
Yeah. I mean, people that do like supplements, they'll give away like 1,000. I mean, they'll give away 1,000 of them.
Wow.
And so.
Hey, John, just have to say you're looking very Chuck Liddell-ish today.
Who?
He's a UFC fighter.
Oh.
Well, he used to be. I think he retired.
It kind of does, huh? 'Cause
Yeah,
it's kinda,
he looks like Chuck
he's
Liddell.
kind of dark. It looks like he's got a mohawk going.
No, that's just what hair I got left.
I'll be right back, guys. My kid just woke up.
All natural. It's an all natural mohawk.
Nice. But yeah, I got a whole bunch more product in the warehouse. But tomorrow I'm taking a few samples down to my picture guy. He's going to shoot some photographs of it, and I need to give him some props and things like that. But
Listen, I got a couple questions for you. How did you go about getting your logos?
We made them.
most of the time I make my own.
Either that or we get them off of Fiverr.
Yeah, I've never taken one. I tried Fiverr, and Fiverr's not bad if you get the right person. But I had somebody make a logo for me, and I was just like, that's not what I'm looking for, and I didn't want to mess with it. So I'm like, I'll just make it myself, and I made it myself, and it looked great. And I had another logo that I made myself, and it looked great. But my mom, she's getting ready to launch a couple products, and she had somebody on Fiverr do her logos, and they turned out really nice. She just told them kind of what they were looking for and what she was looking for, and $5, you know. And they usually give you like most of the designers will give you like 3 different examples, and then if you don't like them or you want to change something, or maybe you just want to like scrap all those and say no, try again, you know. Most of the time they'll come back, you know, and give you some more logos, but they're pretty decent for $5, you know.
And are you using hang tags or actual packaging?
I have packaging on some of them, and then I have, well, all of my products have packaging, but some of them are just as simple as having like them in a bag, you know, with my barcode, just
with
like
with the cardboard on top or a bag.
No, I don't have any with cardboard on top. My brother-in-law does have a cardboard topper.
Okay.
I have some that I actually have the bags made so that the topper is printed, but it's not cardboard, it's plastic. You know, it's all printed on there. Kind of like you see like cell phone accessories like at the stores, you know, you see them like they got the printed topper, kind of like that. And then I have other ones where I actually have a box. And when you have a box made, you have to give them your design. And I don't know Adobe Illustrator, and I'm not trying to be a photo person, so I just have my photo girl do it, and she charges like about $130, $140 for a box package design. And she'll put it all in that template, and you just send it over to your manufacturer, and they'll be like, okay.
Nice. Now, are you working, like, are you building an actual brand, like, with different products, or are you just branding each product individually? Are you sticking with the same sort of, like, something similar enough that you can put the same brand on it and people would, like, recognize it and be like, ooh, I know that brand, I'm going to go and buy that one now because I already have this?
I think all of them are, aren't they?
No. The one we just launched is the same as our other product, and
And
then
I
the
have
other
2
ones
others
are
that
totally
are,
different.
and then I have 2 others that are.
So we're mostly in one niche.
It's mostly, yeah, mostly.
We have, 3 ASINs, the ones that are sitting in the warehouse that are going to be different?
Yeah.
5.
5.
Oh, okay, so yeah, I do have three products coming out that's a completely separate brand that I'm working on. All the rest of them that are coming out or have already came out are all basically one brand.
Nice. So I know you did really well with your first product. How are these other products kind of measuring up? I mean, is it just too soon to tell us yet? Or?
It is right now.
It's too soon because I'm still ranking the ones I just put up, and then these other ones aren't even in there yet. And I have one other that I'm actually going to the bank today. I'm going to send them a wire transfer for the remaining balance. They're done. They sent me photographs of all the stuff. They all look great. They got the Amazon barcodes on them, all that good stuff. You know, everything's ready to go. And once I pay them, I think that one's going to do really, really well too, just because there's hardly any competition in it. And they're selling like crazy. And then I have another one that should be done in about 5 days. And that one, there's hardly any competition. It's kind of the same kind of product as my first one, just a little bit different. Same niche, I guess you could say.
Mm-hmm.
And that one should do extremely well because I'm basically one-upping everybody. You know, I've improved their design. I've had this one's taken a while just because it's a lot of printing and a lot of manufacturing that goes into it, and they had to design everything for me. But that one should do extremely well too.
Nice.
Now,
Yeah.
can I make a little critique, guys? And it's just my opinion for
Yeah.
Dave and Sarah. Be careful of building a brand with too many products.
Say that again?
Be careful of building a brand with too many products.
Oh, we know.
Because what happens is, you know, you guys are young. If you get to be my age and somebody comes along and says, hey, I want to buy this, you know, I want to buy this brand, it's kind of tough to break apart if you have too many, because if they only want this product or that product, it makes it tough to break apart. I found that out when I sold in 2013.
Well, if you
Right.
build a big enough brand, then you can just make public shares and actually go like, I mean, if it's that big and you're doing enough money and there's enough like brand recognition with it, then just go public and get into the stock market end of things, and you know, now you can just take the money and let somebody else run the company, you know.
Yeah. Yeah, there's another thing to do is if you're doing Amazon, because the guy that trained us on this, he's talked about, you know, creating different brands. Like, you can have different brands on one account. It doesn't matter. You don't have to have separate accounts, because it's basically just like when you go to Amazon to buy Duracell batteries. You don't look at who's selling them. They could be selling dildos too. It doesn't matter, you know. You don't buy it going, oh wait, they sell dildos, I'm not buying their Duracell batteries. You're going to be like, no, I know Duracell brand, I want to buy this product. It doesn't matter who's selling it. So you can have different brands, but if your plan is to build like a certain brand of like maybe 4 or 5 products and then sell that company, then you want to separate your Amazon accounts. It makes it a lot smoother. You know, you can have different LLCs basically, and then you can sell the entire LLC. I know he said if you want to sell these businesses, I think he said he's got somebody that'll buy them
For 4 times.
It's like 3 or 4 times what you're bringing in per year or something like that. So, I mean, right now I could potentially sell my LLC for well over $1 million. You know.
Wow.
Yeah. That's what
But
I'm
I
talking
wouldn't do it
about.
because it's like, why would I do that? You know, the reason why they're buying it is because it's going to make them money, and I know that too. You know?
Exactly. Yeah, it just depends on if you want to retire early and if $1 million is enough to retire on. You know, I mean.
I don't think it is.
No, it isn't. Not right.
Well, it depends on how you live, I guess. If you want to live very, very, like, small little tiny house, everything paid off, and just, you know, live on $30,000 a year or something, then maybe, yeah, you know, $30,000-$40,000 a year.
Yeah, that's definitely doable. I mean, I don't know. I can't really see myself doing that right now, but you know, once my kid is old enough and she's out of the house, then maybe. But yeah, I've got college to think about and all that other stuff for her.
And there's no fun in that. I mean, what are you gonna do? You know, sell. Like, say I sold it. I mean, I could build another one. I see people do that. They're just like, well, I know how to do it. I'll just build another one. You know, it's fine.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, you still got to do something, man. I mean, you know, you got to keep busy.
Pretty much.
You're going to be the fat guy in the red BMW.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I got plenty of stuff. My free time is very like I don't get bored. I've got something to do. I can always find something to do. I'm just one of those people, you know. I'm OCD enough. I've got enough hobbies and everything that I will never be bored. And whether I'm making money doing what I'm doing or not, it doesn't really matter to me. Like, if I'm making money, I want to do it, and if I have fun doing it, I want to do it. And I'd like to be able to do both, but you know, sometimes this kind of puts a strain. But I mean, now you were saying like you were managing you're trying to manage your keywords, you're trying to get your search up and everything, and you're trying to get your products on the first page. How much actual time does it take, like, you working on it to do that? I mean, like, I know it takes time to get everything rolling once you get everything set up, but like the actual, like, you sitting there on the listing, improving things and getting your keywords dialed in, how much time is that?
Yeah, we can get it all. We can get a listing or a set of listings done in a day.
Yeah, probably a couple of them. You know, if I'm writing all my own copyright and stuff. But I mean, I could spend a lot of time. I mean, I could spend an hour to 2 hours just writing my bullets. But that's also a lot of keyword research and stuff like that. But I would say, in probably a 4-hour period, I could have a listing knocked out, done.
How
It's a
long?
lot of waiting, though. It's a lot of waiting because you gotta wait for the product. You gotta wait for it to come in. You gotta wait for the pictures to get done. You gotta wait for maybe my other picture person to do all the Photoshop work and the 3D rendering. And so I mean, it's like I got this done, now I gotta wait 3 days. I got this done, now I gotta wait 4 days.
We can usually get a product and have it launched within probably a month if we're not like rushing everything.
Right.
Like between getting it and then quality checking it and then getting the pictures done and then getting the photoshopping done and then getting the listing done and actually getting it sent in and launched.
Right on. And then once it's done, right? I mean, do you go back and still play around with your other listings every once in a while now, or is it
If
just...
something changes, yeah.
I do all that. I tweak things, and might find another keyword I didn't know that I was, like, I had my product on there for 6-7 months, and I found another keyword, and I'm like, man, I'm not even ranking for this keyword, and it wasn't a huge keyword, but it was definitely getting searches, and I put it in there, and then all of a sudden I'm ranking on the first page for that one too. So it's just you're tweaking them all the time, trying to increase your conversion rates and stuff like that.
Right on. Yeah, I mean, I got to talk to you guys because I think I really want to get started on this and
and you
get it going.
You just sold that house. You need to.
Yeah, now's the time while I still have the money.
Well, not only that, before you're young enough with the kid and all. This is the perfect time for you, and you got a little bank.
Right. Exactly. Yeah, it's just so much stuff going on right now. It's like, okay, time to organize. And I've been getting everything dialed in and figuring out how I'm going to do everything. In fact, I think now that you mentioned the whole storage, like the extra storage unit thing, that might be better for me.
Paul, I spent, what was it, last Saturday? I want to ask Dave a question first, and I'll tell you that. Hey, Dave, do you use Google AdWords?
A little bit. I just use them to get ideas.
Okay.
But I mean, it's not a in-depth, like, because Google AdWords is giving you Google. So I mean, but you can pull out some ideas from it and then pop it into Merchant Words, because Merchant Words is going to give you a more accurate as far as Amazon searches goes.
Okay. Paul, I spent $150 and it was 3.5 hours of labor. And I have 40-inch tables, which I had measured. I had a table, and we put it up on cinder blocks and pieces of wood until we got it the height that I felt comfortable working at.
Mm-hmm.
So I wasn't hunching over the table. And it cost me about $200, and I have the place done in a U of tables so that I can walk right around it and work. Uh-oh. We got two of them.
I'm back. Yeah.
Oh.
That was my internet hiccup. So I missed all that, but that's okay. No, the biggest problem I've already got money invested in that shop. I mean, part of the deal was I would go in there and I basically did the construction out of my pocket to get it done. I mean, it's only like $500, and I could just like walk away and be like, whatever. I'll just write it off. It was bad. It was a mistake. Whatever. But still, I mean, it's enough to make me want to give him a little extra time to finish getting everything done. I mean, the biggest, like, all of my tools, I would do it myself. I might just go out and buy a set of tools just to do this, and then whatever, I'll have another set. But all my tools are in the back of my storage unit. Can't get to them. I have tried. It's just I've got so much stuff piled up in front that it's like, man, like a lot of furniture and everything, I'd basically have to empty it out and then reorganize, get everything that I need, and then put everything back. So that's another reason why I probably need to just get another unit for at least a month just to get everything organized the way that I really need it, not just the way that it is now, because I think that it would help with getting everything productive in there. But so what have you guys what have you guys been up to lately besides just I know you saw you do your first video, and how long has it been? A few months.
Over a month.
I think it's been about a month and a half, maybe close to 2 months. Yeah.
Right on. Yeah. So have you guys been doing more eBay and uh, like random Amazon stuff that's not really related to your private label just to keep you busy lately? I mean, it's like those 30 boxes that you sent in or whatever the other day. How much of that was stuff that wasn't your private label?
Oh no, that's all private label. I boxed
That's
up.
all one product.
Well, it's 2 products,
Oh, yeah.
and then I have another like 8 or 9 boxes of another product. But like I said, I'm waiting on meeting up with that picture guy tomorrow. I'm going to have him do the pictures, and then I'm going to send them in while he's working on them so that they're done. But yeah, that's just 2 products right there, you know. But we have been doing some eBay. I mean, you know, we've been doing some, you know, yard sales, and I haven't really been going to much thrift stores. It's just, you know, it's just fun to go to yard sales. That's why.
Right.
Yeah, and you're in no rush to list the stuff either.
Yeah.
Yeah. We were just talking earlier about working the whole eBay thing out of a storage unit and trying to just figure out a way to make it organized enough where you can make it work. I mean, for me, in the summer, it'll be awesome. But you know what? When it comes to wintertime, I'm not going to want to go to that freaking storage unit every day.
Well, get one like I got.
Oh, is it inside?
Pay the big bucks and go climate control.
There you go. Yeah, they actually have climate-controlled ones in the space that I'm in, but it's all they're just the small ones. I don't think they have any really big ones in there. But that's another idea, I guess, because they're attached to the building. I don't know. I'm gonna talk to the guy today and see what all my options are. But just the fact that they're like a drop-off for everything, like UPS, FedEx, USPS, all that. I'm gonna see about getting an address too, if it's possible that'll work, because we've talked about it before with Dusty. He's got one of those aftermarket, or not aftermarket, but third-party address places. It's like a P.O. box, but you can get anything sent there. And I've talked to a place, and it's like $120 a year here for one of those addresses.
Yeah, and that keeps people from knocking on your door.
Yeah, exactly. I just get left alone. But yeah, I don't know.
The crazy.
What's that? Oh, it's crazy neighbor.
I shouldn't say this out loud, so I'll put it in the chat.
But
I don't know if he broadcast that. I know.
No, don't worry about it. So where are you going first? Have you figured it out yet?
Who, me?
Yeah.
I'm going to Virginia Saturday.
Well, yeah, you got to go get your RV first.
I got to go pick out an RV. That's going to be the first episode.
Oh, so you actually are going to do a channel, huh?
I don't know if I got to come up with it, you know.
Oh, you don't have to come up
where in
with
the
it.
world is John or something?
There you go. Just get on YouTube, get some ideas. Just look and see what everybody else is doing. And
I figured Deb would come up with something like using the word fruit fly in there.
there are a ton of people doing that kind of stuff, and they're popular. So.
But I want to do it. I also want to do it around FBA and eBay and things like that. So, like, if I show up in Idaho somewhere, you know, that I could swing by and see Dave and Sarah, you know, and say, "This is where I'm at. I'm hanging out for dinner. You know, stop by."
Mm-hmm. Well, that's one thing. If you've got a monetized eBay or YouTube channel and you do FBA and you do all that stuff, now when you're traveling, everything's a write-off. Everything, you know. And if you're already if you got a $300,000 a year business, then it's justified, you know. I mean, I don't think you can go and buy a new RV and buy a new computer and buy all this software and the cameras and the microphones, and then, you know, go and start a YouTube channel and just, you know, write off the 500 grand or whatever that you put up front to have a 50 subscriber YouTube channel. But
That'll grow.
yeah, it'll grow. That's true. Appreciate it.
I know one of my first trips better be out to Texas. Otherwise, Deb will get mad at me.
Yeah. I think I'd rather do it on a motorcycle, but an RV would be cool too.
All right, I'm back.
All right.
I lived on a bike for 18 months.
Yeah, that's what you were telling us before. That's pretty
fun.
much like, yeah.
That's real, especially if you got money. I didn't have money. I mean, I slept in a tent on the side of the road in the woods sometimes. But if you got money, that would be really fun.
Yeah. So that would be one of those things that's like, all right, do I figure out a way to, like, what would you do if you were doing something like that and you were still trying to maybe do FBA on the side or whatever? I mean, do you get to
the first thing I would do is come up with a YouTube channel.
Oh, yeah.
Because there's 50 million bikers in the world that would be watching what you're doing, living their dream through you every day.
Oh, yeah.
Exactly. You wouldn't have to do anything else.
Well, that's kind of, but if I wanted to keep the business rolling, I mean, you could roll up into a new town, rent a U-Haul, park the bike, rent a hotel for a couple of days, go and buy all your stuff, prep it for FBA.
Here's what I would do. Deb, take your mic off. You got to come on mute so you can yell at me when I say it. I order $1,500 a week from Dollar Tree. Go ahead, yell, Deb.
Didn't say anything.
And I bundle it all up, but I order it into the store, and I've already tried this once. When I went out to Ohio for Easter, I had all my oops, I said that what I do. I sent them all to the store. I sent 1,500 towels Dollar Tree items to the store, and in Ohio, and I went there and picked them up. So if I was going to be on the road, that's how I would do it.
Right.
For that kind of stuff.
Right.
Or you could do RA.
Yeah, you do. Retail arbitrage. I don't know. I mean, like when I was on the road, moving my mom from Kansas to Illinois. The place in Kansas, I still have to get that video up because it was pretty cool. It was like this auction house in the middle of nowhere, and I mean, I was looking at the stuff that they were selling. They've got an online auction, everything, and it's close enough. I was looking at some of the stuff they were selling, like, man, it would be worth it for me to drive out there just for the auction, or to do like an online auction and then go and pick the stuff up that I win, whatever, because they sell a lot of like trucks and motorcycles and stuff like that. But I mean, the auction house itself was huge. I mean, it was like a giant building, and it was just like a junk store. Coolest stuff ever. And I probably got like 45 minutes of footage in there before my phone finally died. So I need to get that uploaded. But then there were a couple other places once I stopped in Illinois. I mean, I actually bought stuff. I spent like $20 at a thrift store in Illinois, and I found like $300 worth of stuff that fit in a bag that I bought at the thrift store. And I just brought it home with me for my carry-on, you know. And I mean, it was easy, but I mean, it's not that hard to find stuff once you know where to go. And I mean, it's out there, and you can go anywhere and find things to resell, and it doesn't necessarily have to be retail arbitrage.
Look at Adam. Adam jumps in his car. I mean, every once in a while, he just disappears for a week. He jumps in his car and he takes 4 inches of paper with him, and he's got his route planned out, and he goes out in there and packs his truck.
Right.
Or whatever he gets. The last time he had a Dodge Charger.
Yeah, he needs to start making YouTube videos, because that would be cool too. I don't think anybody's doing, well, there probably are people doing stuff like that, but not a whole lot of them.
Now, are you ordering straight on the Dollar Tree site?
Yeah.
Is that what you do? Oh, I didn't know you can order on the Dollar Tree site. Actually, I never even been to the Dollar Tree site.
I have a lot.
I just go in there and I get my
And I
smoked
follow 'em on
oysters
Pinterest.
and my soft pretzels.
Heck yeah, because you can get like our lovely wedding we're gonna have in October. I'll buy a lot of shit off Dollar Tree for that.
Really?
If you look at the party supplies,
Yeah.
they sell great on Amazon.
I was thinking about doing that just for bundling. I've scanned every single party supply on the shelf at like 3 different Dollar Trees, and I've never found anything that sold for more than like $4 or $5. But I'm all that stuff. Now all of a sudden it's like you pay $5 for a tablecloth with a banner, with some cups, with silverware, and some plates. And now you've got like a barbecue bundle for $5. And you can buy 20 of them, go to the next Dollar Tree, buy 20 more, go to the next Dollar Tree, buy 20 more, and sell them for $30 or $40 a piece. Now you're talking.
Dollar Tree bundles. Dollar Tree bundles. It works.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Deb
believe it.
knows. I mean, the only reason I tell people and I even say anything is she knows. In 2 weeks, I will not be doing Dollar Tree bundles. I'll be on to something else.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I'm kind of the same way, just because, like, you got your flags and stuff like that.
Oh, yeah.
And it's kind of the same way with me, It's like, I just ordered some CDs online, and just from like a liquidator, basically.
Right.
I ordered like 200 CDs just to try it, I'm not going to get rich. I mean, I guess if I amped it up, I could see how much money it's going to make, but I just did it just to try it out, just because I enjoy trying new things and making money off of it,
Yeah, that's why I like thrift stores so much, because I'm always finding new things. But my staple is still video games. I mean, I'll still go to GameStop when they're 4 for $10 on, they'll have a list of titles. It's like, all right, I want all the this, and then like this week, the last few days since I saw that ad on their website, I was like, yep, give it to me. And I mean, I've got a shipment that's ready to go, and it's going to be nothing but games. But
that's awesome. Yeah, I have a stack of GameCube games. The discs need all resurfaced, but I'm putting together an order to send to California for them to resurface for me. But yeah, it's her. I think her mom gave it to us, and like those GameCube games, man, like a lot of them are like $30, $40, $50 used.
Oh yeah. GameCube games are awesome. I wish that I could find more of them. It's also the rarest. Like if you go to any video game store, any used video game store, they'll have, an entire showcase full of Xbox, another showcase full of PlayStation 2, and then you've got this little tiny shelf with like 4 or 5 GameCube games. Never fails. But yeah, if you who are you sending your disc to be resurfaced to?
Let me see if I can find it. It always takes me about 5 minutes to find it, because if you just type in Google, the top guys are a little more expensive, but it's like CD-repair-something. Let me see if I can find it, because they're basically like 26 to 100 are like a little over $1 a disc to resurface.
Is that including shipping?
It includes return shipping. So you have to ship them to them, which is only like, usually they fit in a priority box or even a flat rate, but usually just a regular priority box to California for me is only like $5-6. But it ends up 26 to 100 is a little over $1. Anything over 100, I think it's like, I figured out if you're going to send like 70 something in, it's cheaper to send 100 in, because you get a better price on per disc. And they do dual sides, they do GameCube discs. And man, when I sent them off, they had them back super fast too, and they were immaculate, and it was just perfect. Like every disc looked perfect. Like even the ones that were gouged just looked like they were brand new.
Wow.
Well, you still want to test those, because a lot of times if you've got a disc that's gouged, like it's the data's ruined. Like it might be through to the data, but you can still get them buffed and they'll look great, but they still won't work. I mean, you'll still have issues.
Yeah.
I mean,
Before I send them in, I hold them up to the light.
Yeah.
Because you know how you can check to see if there's any of the data that might be missing, and a lot of times that works on most discs. So you can take a look at it, because a lot of times if there's scratches, or even if there's not scratches, I'll hold it up to the light and I'll see holes in the data.
Hmm.
I'm doing that before.
Especially on Blu-rays. Blu-rays are like really easy to spot. Like PS3 games and Xbox One games, PS4 games, but DVDs are a little bit tougher sometimes. But I mean,
Finish my shipping.
if it looks brand new though, and somebody buys it and it doesn't work, then it's real easy to blame their system too. You know, it's like, hey, dude, that thing was disc was perfect. Nothing wrong with the disc, you know, but. I don't know. I've had enough issues with, especially when you're selling GameCube games, like they're so collectible, and the guys that are paying $50, $60, $70 for those games are like, they expect them to work, you know, and they're nerdy collectors that are really, really picky about everything, and I don't know. But anyway, it's about that time, guys. We went a little bit over, but we're going to open this up. I'm going to post a link in the Reseller Wake Up Facebook group if you want to come into the after show and say hello. And you can join over there anytime you want to find the show easily. It's right there.
I'll give you let me give that site out real quick.
Okay.
It's disc-repair-services.com.
Nice. Yeah, I get mine done for free, but I got a buddy with a resurfacer. But anybody that needs a good, hey, if GoDaddy says it's a good service, then it's a good service. And if you have a bunch of game discs you're just afraid to send in, then that's a good way to get rid of them. Or you could just sell them to me. I buy bulk lots of video games all the time. Get you a good. Anyway, yeah, at Resale Ronin is my Twitter. You can hit me up there. GilDaddy and Gil Mama are over at Gil Money, their Facebook group, and then $1,500 room. Go check them out with Deb. And yeah, everybody, thanks for coming on. Appreciate it. Reseller Society, thanks, Ronnie. But yeah, we'll see you guys all Friday. Bitcoin.
See ya.